For the last few years, I've shared my financial goals here on YouTube. I've written them down, I've shared them with my audience, and I've hit them. I have found that sharing my goals is a great way to keep me accountable and keep me motivated because I know that other people are watching me try to achieve these goals. It's something that I really love doing because once I set these goals, I am motivated to achieve them. So in this video, I'm going to share my 2022 goals with you. These are my financial goals only. They are the goals that I plan to achieve, of course, with my husband in 2022. So let's look at what those goals are, starting with the best account that I have, my favorite account, the account that I'm always telling you guys about and talking about on this channel because I love it so much, the Roth IRA. I have several videos on Roth IRAs and why they are awesome, where they are, what they are, where to open them. So I'll leave those in the description box, but my goal for 2022 is to max out my Roth IRA. This was also my goal last year. In 2020, it was the first year I'd ever maxed out this account for $6,000. And then in 2021, I maxed it out again. So my goal is to max out my contribution in 2022. I am planning this goal with the assumption that our income level will not go over the max amount for contributions. So I am planning to max out my Roth IRA personally. My husband also has a Roth IRA. So one of the goals for my goal, I guess our family goal, is to also max out his Roth IRA as well. I normally don't really talk about his stuff or his accounts or anything on this channel, but that is going to be one of our financial goals because it's a tax advantaged account and that's where I want to put our money. We are going to max out both Roth IRAs in 2022. That's kind of our main goal because that's the baseline that we need to kind of be on track for retirement. So we are going to be putting $6,000 into each account. That's a lot of money. So we will have to put basically $1,000 a month into these accounts to hit that goal. Not too long ago, $1,000 a month was unimaginable for me to be putting into a retirement account to be investing. So it's amazing that these are my goals for 2020. I feel like we have come so far in the last few years, in the last like 5 years or so, and I'm really, really proud of us. So even just setting these goals, even just having these goals to achieve for the new year, it's amazing. So let's look at the rest of the goals. The next two goals are related to real estate. So the next goal is to save $10,000 in 2022 for our down payment fund. We have been working on this for a while now, so we do have some money set aside and we are continuing to build that down payment fund. So we just are putting money away when we can. And the goal for 2020 is $10,000 saved to put toward real estate. That is, of course, adding it to what we already have and all of our other plans that we've already made. So putting that $10,000 toward our funds that we already have will put us in a really good position to maybe actually make progress. And that is the other goal. So our goal for 2022, this is like the big goal, guys. So those goals were obviously important. I mean, those first three goals are $22,000, which is a ton of money. So obviously this is like already a lot. But the fourth goal is actually to buy a rental property. I have wanted to buy a rental property for a really, really long time. And one of the reasons is because I've had a lot of really bad landlords personally, and I want to be a good one. Of course, it's also a way for me to create income and to actually own property that will eventually be for my family so that my children will have a good start in life that I didn't get. So there's a lot of reasons why I want to have a rental property, and that is what my goal for 2022 is. I'm not quite sure yet if it's going to be a long-term rental where we rent it out monthly for having like a year lease, or if we're going to do a short-term rental in kind of a destination location. Whenever I've imagined owning rental properties in the past, I've always considered long-term rentals, but I'm actually considering doing like an Airbnb situation because we really would love to have a lake house near us. I would actually love to have a beach house, but that is beyond price-wise what we could ever do in the next like 5 to 10 years. So if we do go with the short-term rental, we will be focusing on a closer location on a lake instead and purchasing a home that is about 3 times less than what a beach house would cost. So that kind of puts it in our price range for a rental property. So we are considering it. And I don't have all the details worked out, obviously, because we're still back and forth on what type of rental we're gonna do, but 2022 is the year I take action instead of it being something that's just one day. I actually have a ton of friends here on YouTube and in my mastermind group that are super, super into real estate, and they own a ton of rentals, and every 2 weeks when I meet with them, I'm like, oh man, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. And it's been happening for about 2 years now. And I've felt like we had to do a lot of other stuff to get to the place where that was possible. And of course, I didn't want to jump into something while I was pregnant and having a new baby and then COVID. So I feel like we're finally to a point where this could be possible. In 2022, I want to make it happen. That is obviously the really big goal for us for 2022. And I'm both excited and thrilled and super scared because of course it could turn out terribly, but it could also turn out amazing and be what I've always wanted. I don't know. Every time I think about it, I get real excited. So my final goal is of course business related. So every year I like to set kind of like a online income / business goal. And my goal for 2022 is to earn $100,000. So 6 figures in a year. And I am going to set this goal with some flexibility. So I'm going to say $100,000 total. This can include freelancing because I do some freelance work with SEO and content related freelance work. So I am going to say just whatever work I have to do to make it happen, but I want to earn $100,000. And honestly, if I'm going to do all the other stuff on this list, I really need to earn $100,000. So that is kind of my goal. That was also my goal in 2021, but I had a full-time job for about half the year. So that did give me a little bit of a head start on my $100,000 goal. But in 2022, it will be all on me with no job and no steady paycheck. So I will be basically creating $100,000 from scratch with this business, Pennies Not Perfection, my multiple YouTube channels, and with any freelance work I need to do to make the goal happen in like the slower months. Because this is a very up and down, like seasonal type thing. I earn more money in December and January than I do in like July and August. So I will fill in where I need to with freelance work and make this goal happen. But that is my goal. $100,000. That's another goal that's kind of crazy to me because I've obviously never had a job that paid that much. I've always kind of been around the $50,000 mark with jobs because I never wanted to manage people or supervise people. So I was always kind of stuck around that 50 grand mark, but I have unlimited possibilities now. I have the freedom to earn as much as I can online. And luckily I get to earn money by helping other people. So the more people I can help in 2022, the more money I can earn. And that is an amazing place to be. I'm very excited about it. And I think that we will be able to grow this community and I will be able to grow the impact and the number of people I'm able to help, which means I will earn at least $100,000 in 2022. And I better, because these goals are really, they're big ones. This is probably, these are some big goals. And I am pretty excited about it. So I think it's gonna be a really good year. I would love to hear your 2022 goals. So if you've already made your goals for 2022, let me know down in the comments what they are. If you have a main goal or a whole list of goals, I would love to hear what they are. Let me know and I will be cheering you on in 2022. I hope you stick around to see if I hit these goals. It's gonna be an amazing year for all of us. I cannot wait to see what we all do. If you don't have your goals yet, I will leave a couple of videos linked down below and up above that you can watch to get some ideas for what type of goals you can set for the new year financially.